25 family secrets we don't talk about. According to Reddit. Number 25. Me. The family code of honor and uptightness means that the queer eldest son, who primarily went into theater rather than accounting and engineering, doesn't exist. That's so sad. But that's pretty real, man, when you just throw something, right under the fucking carpet instead of making everybody freak out about it. Because it sure as hell won't be in no fucking, a Disney Channel reaction where everybody just has a quick little fit and then they're just like, you know what, you're who you are and I still love you. No, they're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. Not my son. Number 24, how my mother-in-law does literally nothing and demands everything. Huh. Mother-in-law seem to be allowed to get away with a lot of bullshit, man. Let's read some responses. There seems to be a subreddit called Just No Mother-in-Law. I'll save that for later. Maybe it'll be the type of thing that I can get away with reading and having them put into their post. Ooh. Number 23. The numerous suicides. It's finally getting to the point where they admit that these people even existed, let alone that they died. One of my great uncles killed himself before I was born, and if not for all of the group photos and my great aunt being a decent human, I would never have known his name. My mom likes to pretend that they died in car accidents or had heart attacks. It made for some real confusion once I got older. That's a pretty delicate subject, man. A whole bunch of people in your family commit suicide and they just make up all these stories saying they had heart attacks and died in car accidents, but it really didn't happen that way. Damn. Number 22. Why, thank you for that. Whoa. Wait a minute. 100? Wait, 100 is $1. So 1,000 is $10. So 3,000 is $30. Where he got their money? Damn. Wait a minute. I'm kidding. I appreciate you, man. Now, I'm not implying that you're supposed to be broke or something, Michael Davis, but I just appreciate you sending that cash my way. And most people do donate to me via Streamlabs, so the fact that you drop some big money on the bits means that you've probably propelled yourself pretty much to the top, right? Let me see here. Yeah. You're instantly the top bit cheerer. My man, credit where credit is due. Let me hit my man with a quick round of applause. My man. Wow. As we continue up this very short list that I'm apologizing for. Number 22, the fact that I'm the only one in my family who doesn't smoke pot. Why is that? Why don't you try it, my man? Here, try some edibles? What's going on? Why don't you want to smoke a pot? Somebody said, get a load of this square over here. Somebody else said, got him. All right. Number 21. My mother's mental and physical abuse of both me and my sister during our childhoods. That took a turn. That took a goddamn turn. Can't talk about it with her because the conversation never goes anywhere. Same shit every time I try to bring it up to get the smallest bit of closure. That never happened. Turns to, well, if it happened, it didn't happen like that. It turns to, well, if it happened like that, then you provoked me and it's your fault. On a certain level, she believes she genuinely was not abusive because what she did to me was much more mild than even more abusive upbringing. And she said she had herself, or what she did was milder than the abusive upbringing that she had herself. And she thinks the fact that she did better means that she did good. Let me just get through it. I can't talk about it with my sister because she's much older than I am, and got the fuck out of the house the second that she could, and wrote off the entire family. Smart girl, nigga. Get out of there and don't look back, Not only my mom, but also me and everyone else, and I've never had any relationship with her and have been rebuffed when I've tried to reach out. I can't talk about it with extended family because my mother never did anything in front of them, and I'm perpetually fucked up, and I have zero credibility. I tried talking to an aunt that I used to be close to. it once, but she scolded me for making up stories and immediately told my mother that what I had said. I knew that if she didn't believe me, none of the rest of them would, and I never tried again. Well, at least you learned your fucking lesson and shut the fuck up about it. You know, if you're going to talk to somebody, it needs to be somebody that you're dating who's willing to, you know, listen to you, or a goddamn therapist. Why you're reaching out to family members is, you know, is confusing. At the least, you can just let other family members know that this is a sociopath you're fucking dealing with and move the fuck on. But if they are also women, and I'm sorry to say this, ladies, but once certain ladies reach a certain age and maybe they don't have a man in their life, you know what I mean? They're just going to trick themselves. They're just going to keep believing certain things that they trick themselves into believing. And that's all that it is. So as terrible and sad as this is, some people need to grow the fuck up. Yeah, your parents, they may not have done some things that made a lot of sense, my dude. But yes, in their head, one of the things that will help them come to terms with the fact that what they did is what they did is telling themselves, hey, you know, you got a better upbringing than they had. You know what I mean? And the bottom line is, as terrible as some of what people go through is, you know, you made it. If you're still alive, you're still breathing. Hey, I guess you have something to be thankful about. It doesn't mean that it was the best upbringing. It doesn't mean that everything was okay. But at least you still can live to tell the story, so to speak. And that's what a parent's job is to bring you through it, is to keep you from killing yourself, is to give you enough. You know, I'm talking food, talking shelter. Oh man, equipping you to make it. So man, this is like par for the, I'm sorry, but that's the way that it goes. Special thanks to Prelude, who cheered in the middle of that, but I was trying to get through it. Ashbury Rome says, what is cheering exactly? I'm genuinely unsure. Well, it's pretty much the equivalent of donating the same way that you see people do via the Streamlabs link that should be below my video right now, except, you know, this fills the tip jar a little bit more and quickly, so that when a bigger donation comes in, the contents of the jar, excuse me, will explode. Here's hoping there aren't too many serious ass entries like that, as we continue up the list of 25 secrets that we don't talk about. Okay. Number 20. My uncle married his cousin and had 4 kids, and that's acceptable. But me being gay isn't. Fucking your cousin, that's alright. Being gay? Not tonight. I'm kidding. That's how that family do though. Number 19. My cousin was obviously fathered by one of our uncles and is not his father's biological child. His father, uncle number 1, was the eldest of like 6 kids and was unable to have children. So all of my uncles ran a train on my aunt, and that's how my cousin was born. It's super obvious because he looks like uncle number 3 and not uncle number 1. Everyone in the family knows but him. I tell him, but we haven't spoken since I was a teenager. Back the fuck up, because I want to hit it with a goddamn record scratch. Do I have that shit in here? You know what I mean? When we hit that, we ran a train on my aunt. Wait a goddamn minute. Okay. Number 18. My father's. Unless I've done something my mom doesn't like, then she can't wait to pull out the, you're just like your father. Okay. I think that's something that all parents are unfortunately, you know, they're going to do, you know, especially if they're a single mom, you know, they got to take out that I didn't find a mate that stuck around or I could make it work with on the child. That is just how it's going to be. You are going to be an outlet, my dude. Fucking deal with it, you know? These parents, they gonna verbally abuse you. They gonna physically abuse you, and they're gonna convince you that it's your fault. You shouldn't be doing this shit. I'm not doing this to get my rocks off. It's your fault, baby. You're just like your father. You're just like your father. In that what? I don't want to be around you? Ha ha! Got him. All right. The bottom line is, every kid's gonna have to go through this. So The guy says, side note, my dad is awesome. So secretly I take this as a compliment. I'm glad that the father's still in his life. This is getting a little, wait a minute. Our feelings. That's so sad. On the list of what's the things we don't talk about in our family. Oh, come on. Number 16. A lot of people in my family are alcoholics. It's okay to acknowledge that they drink a lot, but it's not okay to call them alcoholics. Even when they do things like routinely pass out in their front lawn, get a huge number of DUIs, drinking so much Labatt that, is that how that's pronounced? I don't know. I don't drink. Drinking so much Labatt that the company sends them a flag and a lawn chair, getting fired from Fabric Land for drunkenly screaming at customers, and then barfing on a quilt, or getting pulled over on a motorized beer cooler by the RCMP. A motorized beer cooler. A motorized beer cooler. Jesus Lord. Getting pulled over so you on the street. Getting pulled over so you're on the street. Lovely Hylian says, I like the before. I like the before? Kyle? Okay, prelude statement. Prelude says, it fills the tip jar so it can get nuked later, but it's bits or money that goes to Kyle. I'm glad I have a penis between my legs and or drawn on my school bullies. He mades it the Kyle? Made instead of Kyle? I don't get what she means. She's fine right now, or he. I feel like it's a woman. Is that rude? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't break me. I don't know. I like the before Kyle, and then you say prelude statement. I read prelude statement. He says it fills the tip jar so it can get nuked later, but it's bit or money that goes to Kyle. I like the before Kyle. Oh, goes to the Kyle. And you're saying you like the before Kyle. Well, it's not the first time that's happened. Come on now. Even I refer to myself. Number 15. One of many is Christmas. Wait, did I finish this one? All those incidents can be discussed so long as no one mentions alcoholism. People living in denial out here. Number 15. One of many is Christmas 2 years ago when my brother cried in front of us for the first time in his adult life. And then my dad started yelling at him over politics and my sister, and I hid in the bathroom because we started crying too. Then I came out and my dad started yelling at me and saying I have no heart. And then we had to open presents. Nice. That's worthy of a soundboard. I'm just gonna click. There you go. Right there. Dope. I think your difficulty may be a bit of above medium. Number 14. Jesus. They can talk all day about politics, but if Jesus comes up, everybody gets uncomfortable. Jesus? For most families, it's the other way around, and they don't know shit about what's going on politically or in any climate outside of their hilarious Jesus bubble. Light of the world, you step down into ignorance. Open your eyes. Just kidding, look directly forward and not at anything around you. Beauty beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent doing exactly what I tell you to do and nothing else. Every year we decide what's okay. Man, it's like, you know, a lot of religions come so frightfully close to one another as far as deciding what is okay and what is not, that it's hilarious. It makes education in the most blatant and like obvious form impossible. It makes educating yourself impossible when you say you can't get into this, you can't get into that, you're not allowed to know about this. It's just hilarious, you know? And I say the religions are like one another because it's as bad as Jehovah's Witnesses, who are, you know, they ain't supposed to watch TV and all kind of bullshit like this. It's just like, come on, man. And then if somebody is not a Jehovah's Witness as well, they're just supposed to shut themselves off to that person and mourn them as if they are dead. Did you know that? Did you know if Jehovah's Witnesses deal with somebody who is not a Jehovah's Witness, they're supposed to treat them, and this is not figuratively, this is literally like they're dead. My dude, treat them like they dead, my dude, like they're dead. Number 13, my uber Catholic parents or grandparents met with my grandpa when he was married. He left his wife. My grandmother got pregnant and they eloped in the 40s. My grandma was 18 and my grandpa was 27. He took her to her senior prom. No one knew about this until last year, and my uncle was born early. Apparently, no one in the family can do math and never added up the birth and marriage dates. Okay. Number 12. My sister's eating disorder. She eats a ton and then goes on to vomit, so she's bulimic. I hate the way vomiting feels. You know, here's a little Easter egg of Kyle's life. I vomited yesterday, and it was not okay. Thought I was gonna die. How can people do that on a daily basis? I'd love to be hot, you know, but I just couldn't bring myself to do that on a daily basis. I'd also do damage to my esophagus because of the acid, and I'd also do damage to my teeth because of the acid. If only there were some kind of stomach pump that could be like a bulimia machine, I'd kickstart that. Number 12, my sister's eating disorder. She eats a ton and goes on to vomit. She goes jogging for her 1 hour or more per day and refuses to eat any carbs, fruits, or vegetables. No, and vegetables only. I seem to be the only one that realizes the magnitude of this, and I seem to be the only one that thinks of this as a sickness, not as a temporal phase. You mean a temporary phase? Why temporal? I don't like that. In life of a young woman, whenever I say something, I get shushed at later, and then I have to justify my insensitive behavior in front of my parents. So I just kind of gave up arguing, not sure what I can do to change things without disrupting the family. There's nothing you can do, so just shut your damn mouth. That's what a lot of people need to practice in their damn families. Just shut the hell up. If that's what they want you to do, just shut the hell up. If when you open your mouth, people go, no, don't say that, then don't talk to them. And then later when they're all like, why don't you talk to us? Why don't you? Your friends know you better than we know you. And it's like, I wonder why. I wonder. Number 11, that our father lied to our family about everything. Where we grew up, or where he grew up, where he lived, his military background, the other family, the jobs. We found that out after he died and never spoke of it again. It's been 10 years since he died. We'll move the fuck on. Why am I getting Facebook notifications? What is this? Are you kidding, Google? What kind of man-looking motherfucker is that? Is that rude? Y'all can't see who it is, so I can say it. Denny Cruz? Oh shit, what have you done? Okay, no, I was trying to get rid of it. I was just trying to get rid of it. Bruh. I don't know who it is either. Weird. Number 10. I haven't been on Facebook in a while. Why did it send me a notification for Facebook? I think Chrome tried to update itself, and now I get notifications for everything that I didn't ask for. Number 10. It was Thanksgiving. My parents had recently returned from Hawaii. My dad wanted to show someone, or everyone, the photos. He connected the digital camera to the giant flat screen TV and started up a slideshow. My mother, naked, in their bedroom. He scrolled through several and then quickly turned it off and said, "Whoops, wrong cartridge." I was 21 and my boyfriend was with me for the holidays for the first time. My mom started crying. My boyfriend went silent. I just said, "Oh my God." Somehow, my 100-year-old grandma missed the whole thing. We never speak of it. If it is brought up, my mother will yell, "We swore to never mention that," and get red-faced. Bruh. Were them things big? You know what I'm talking about? You know the beauty of that? Here's the beauty of that, okay? Here's the beauty of that. I love that even in their older age, when they went on vacation, he was still wanting to get juicy nudes of her. That's love. Oh my God, that's so cute. You near? Oh, I love it. Number 9. The fact that my girlfriend is older than my stepfather. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 8. I thought it was that my aunt was hardcore intro Dugs, Kyle? Intro Dugs. Write that. That sounds like a badass, like, handle. Intro Dugs. Yeah, boy. Thank you, Prelude, for those cheers. My God. Well done. Number 8. I thought it was that my aunt was hardcore into drugs. Turns out that nobody knew. To be fair, I didn't know per se, but it was so obvious that I thought everybody knew, but just didn't talk about it. My family was blown away when she got busted going to Florida to buy pills so she could resell them here. She's selling pills. Fuck her. I was like, yeah, duh, you want to ruin your own life, fine, man. You out here selling prescription pills, my dude. Bringing Florida into this. Stay away from Florida. Florida is a great place ruined by ridiculous people. Number 7. That super pro-life cousin and aunt ran to get an abortion from my 16-year-old cousin when she got pregnant. Gotta do what you gotta do. As much of an asshole it would make you, you should totally point out that every time they bring up being pro-life. Don't get the Lisa face, guys. By this day next month, we'll be back on YouTube. I mean, I'll be streaming here a lot still, but you know. Yeah. Not for that. You know what I'm talking about? The sub tiers on Twitch should be like $5, $7, and $10. Bruh. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. But yeah, no. We can if you want to use the Lisa face, just tell me and then I'll use it. And then you give me $25 via Streamlabs. Bing bong. Number 6. My father had an affair and I have a half brother. That's a lot of people's story. They just don't even know about that. Number 5. That time my sister stole thousands of dollars from my father's business while working there. Somebody asks, do they still speak to her? Someone says my family, oh no, the same person says my father doesn't trust her, but we still get together at least once every couple of weeks for dinner like nothing ever happened. Hopefully he invested in some cameras. Number 4. When I was 9 years old, my aunt invited my family to her wedding. I'll call the guy that she was marrying Phil. It was the first time that we met him. On the wedding, oh shit, is everything freezing? Sorry. Like I was trying to highlight it and it wouldn't let me do it. On the wedding day, Phil convinced my parents to go take a break and get breakfast together under the pretense that he would watch me in my family's hotel room. He molested me. And it's probably a girl, dude. Jesus Christ. When I told my parents and my aunt called me a liar, along with several other choice words. I was accused of her being jealous and trying to ruin her wedding. My parents refused to press charges so as not to upset my aunt. To this day, my entire family refuses to talk about it. Here's the bottom line, niggas. I don't know what shit is like with people's families out there. I don't know how much quote unquote love you guys convince yourselves that needs to like overflow and just wash over people. But I like to think of it like this. If I gave most people $10 million, right? And told them 1 million of this money you could give to your family and tell them never to speak to you again, they would do it in a goddamn heartbeat, right? So why do people go through a scenario where they can be raped, dude? We're talking non-consensual molestation, my dude. And then you open up to someone about something serious and terrible that's happened to you and they call you a liar? And the people who are supposed to be your parents and close to you, your family, that's the word that we give this shit, to your family, they're not gonna help you out. Why the fuck would you continue to associate with these people out of anything other than necessity, my dude? Out of anything other than necessity. You ain't got a place, you ain't got no food, you ain't got no job, shit like that, fine. Roll with it until the day comes. But some people actively make the choice to continue to deal with these people because they're family. What the fuck is rolling through your head where you're convincing yourself that you owe these people anything? These are bad people, dude. Fuck the fact that you guys are connected because of the fact that, you know, you're related to one another. These are bad people. And if your brother or your mother or your sister were to fucking jump in a vehicle, after getting drunk and then hit another man, should the fact that they are related to you have any kind of fucking weight on the fact that they're guilty? They're guilty of hitting another person with their fucking vehicle. Like, come the fuck on, man. It's sad. It's sad, but some of these people need to get the hell away from their family members. And I like to think, you know, my heart goes out to the people who didn't know the type of monsters that they were dealing with in their family until they reach basically like that breaking point, until they show their hand and show you, no, I've been a monster this whole time. Even if they're ignorant, even if they're too stupid, which is something that a lot of parents are guilty of, which is something that a lot of people of the older generation are guilty of. They're terrible and they don't know that how they're being terrible is terrible. You know what I mean? And it's not like, oh, the world has changed and the world has evolved and now people treat people better and now people understand mental illness and shit like that. It's not like the world has changed to make things that used to be all right terrible. It's that some of these people in their mind just don't view what has always been terrible as terrible. And you don't have to you don't need to make a little safety net for their ass. You just need to go, all right, that's how you're rolling. Let me just take my cane and dance the fuck off the stage, because we don't need to be in your movie anymore. I don't even want to be an extra in that. You feel me? This is scary. This is scary. And I guess I get worked up about it because I know people who could go through something like this and then convince themselves that, oh, it would be like a bitch thing of them to do to not talk to their parents anymore. I know people like that. I know people that could basically just get punched in the face over and over and over and over and over and then be like, oh, well, I can't go because that would make me a bad person. That would make me no worse than them. Are you punching people in the face? No. But you sticking around for this bullshit? Figure some shit out. This is sad. I didn't expect it to get this sad. But naturally, in this true Kyle list, in this very short, silly 25 entry list, oh, what was I thinking? With a title like that, I should have known. 25 secrets that we don't talk about. And number 4 was kid diddling. It's always kid rape, man. Number 3, I have an uncle who got a girl pregnant and then ended up in jail. While he was in jail, his brother, my other uncle, ended up marrying the girl and raising the child as his own. Now, my first uncle is out of jail and has to deal with the fact that his child is being raised by his brother. Awkward. Is it? That's what you get when you fuck a hoe.
I'd fuck his brother. Oh yeah, I'd fuck all his brothers. You know what? He can't get it up. So I'm gonna fuck all his brothers, and whichever one is the daddy is the daddy. He gonna raise it, whatever, don't matter. He gonna raise it.
Here's a response to the initial one about the girl ruining the wedding or whatever. A similar situation happened to my best friend. I hope your aunt has to confront the thought that her husband is that way every day. She don't care. None of these people care. Get real. Get real. Do people walk away thinking, I hope that monster thinks about who and what they are? Nah, man. They'll think about it once on their deathbed. Or they'll think about it once when they think they're going to die every couple of times. They ever go to a hospital, they're ever taking a shit and they feel like this is the end of their life. They ever, throwing up or feeling like they're going to have a heart attack. It'll flash before them like, oh my God, was this the type of person I'm dealing with? And then like, if everything's fine, then the next day they back to the same bullshit. Back to yelling at people and arguing over nothing, coming at people about shit that ain't their fault, just taking out their misery on the rest of the world because this, is something that they had to do with. You know what I'm talking about? People suck ass, and they're going to continue to suck. What can we do? We'll just try to avoid them. Check out them double rainbows all the way across the sky. So intense. Number 2, my grandfather's secret girlfriend that he had since like the 70s. How you have a secret girlfriend? That's messed up. What about grandma? Number 1, my biological dad showed up last summer. 27 years of never contacting me, and he comes out of nowhere. Turned out he was just wanting me as a bone marrow kidney donor for his other son.
What? His other son?
I agreed to be checked if I was a match. Not gonna blame the 10-year-old kid for his father being a competitor for biggest douche. But my father and I don't talk about it because I went behind my mother's back to talk him in the first place. What kind of heroic bullshit is this? I agreed to be checked if I was a match. I'm not going to blame the kid for his father being a douche. But my family and I don't talk about it because I went behind my mother's back. Oh boy. Look, man. Some people got more of a heart than I do. None of you found another list for me to do? Steam.tv is live and it appears to be Valve's Twitch competitor? Ooh. I should go set up a... Oh my God, guys. Help me. Oh God. I need to make an account. What the fuck? Shut up, bitch. No. It took me to another page. Okay. Guys, I need you to like, okay. Oh my God. I need you to follow me on steam.tv, bro. It's not live. Is it dead? This is not what a live site looks like. Just saying. Steam.tv. Gotta Google it. No, bro. Yo, what is your problem, dick? You say that, but then it's not a fucking site. What's up, bitch? Steam.tv. I go there. It's just a white fucking page. The fuck? What, it's been hug a death right now because you don't understand servers. You assholes don't understand servers. You're like, oh, it's like live. But please don't hit it too. Oh my God, it's dead. What? That could be huge. The question will be what they can offer that makes people actually switch from Twitch. Well, how we gonna switch from Twitch? What the fuck? Mixer is Microsoft's streaming service, and it's already miles ahead of Twitch. My God, how many fucking accounts do I need to make? Man, I wanted you guys to subscribe to me on... Jesus says, here's a doozy, Kyle. My sister told me yesterday that my 24-year-old nephew was molesting a niece, 7 years old at the time. And a second niece, 10 to 11 at the time, and my baby sister, 10 years old at the time, a step cousin, 7 at the time. It's just serial rape, my nigga. This happened within 3 years. He was 14 to 16. Oh, man. So he was underage too. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. And how do you feel about that, Jesus? Because if you'll excuse me for saying this, I mean no offense when I say it. You're always the guy that's like, man, if that was me, I'll be doing that too. I'll be getting mad pussy, some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? So how do you feel about it, seeing it's as it's in your family? You know, tell me how you feel about it. Oh, boy. Jesus says, if everybody in the family found out, it'd tear you apart. I just want to make a Steam TV account now, but I can't do it. White Page is your website. This White Page. Unbelievable. Well, is the site loading for anyone else? It's just a blank page. Minimalist design. 10 out of 10. Would revisit. Oh, it's live all right. Down for me too. Ooh. Bing, 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 bing. Jesus, how come you're not telling me how you feel about it? Because you know how you always kind of say something a little edgy whenever some bullshit like this comes out, man. Tell me how you feel. And if you'd feel differently than normal, then do you at least realize that you're a little biased because of how close you are to it? Tell me, Jesus. Jesus says, I know I fuck around a lot about boys being kid-diddled by women, but it feels much different coming from within my family. There's no difference, man. There's no difference, because rape is rape, my nigga. Being coerced or being manipulated, you literally, and no pun intended when I use the word thrust, but being thrust into a scenario that you didn't ask for and having it be sexual, not recognizing the magnitude of what's going on at the time or the ramifications, so to speak, giggity, is terrifying. It's terrible. These people are, they're ruined in a way that they can't even understand the magnitude of. The ripples of this thing that happened to them will extend over people. True Silver says, did I hear about voice actor for, yeah, he heard about him dying. That sucks. Unfortunately, none of this is opening up job opportunities for Kyle because I need a goddamn agent, but I can barely afford a bowl of oatmeal, baby. A bowl of oatmeal. And Jesus says, yeah, these are children he helped raise. I'm sorry that's how it goes down, man, but it just goes to show you. You kind of got to watch people. You got to watch everybody. You got to be suspicious of everyone. Ankle Breaker has subscribed on YouTube. Can't wait to get back there. It's going to be another hard motherfucking month, dude. Going to be another hard month of me trying to dodge being in trouble for everything. Oh boy. So to those of you who are on YouTube, I want to thank you for checking out another list. I apologize for my absence the past couple of days. Things were just not lining up the way that they needed to. The rain in Florida was pretty bad to the point where the power was rolling in and out. I refer you over to Amazon, where I am planning to get like a what's the word? Not the orders, you bitch. What is it here? Okay, the Bing Bong list. Where I intend to get some manner of surge protector with a battery backup. And hopefully the way that this will work is that, you know, when the power goes out, for me, admittedly, it's not like the power goes out for a while and then it stays out. It's the type of blackout where it's just like power goes out, power comes back. Sometimes that'll happen multiple times when the rain gets particularly bad, but honestly, it just goes away, comes right back. And I like to believe that if I had the type of fucking surge protector that would protect the router and my computer from shutting off, then it wouldn't interrupt a stream, so to speak. So in the future, I'm talking like probably not even this cycle, but like the next time that I get paid, I'll probably have the amount of money to throw at this corny ass little device to keep that kind of shit from happening, so that it doesn't interrupt streams in the future. And admittedly, it's the type of thing that I should have thought to put on my wish list a long time ago, because people have bought much more expensive things. And I say people, and I pretty much just mean Sodasia. I'm kidding. But a lot of you I love, and you know, a lot of your things. Oh my god, there's some corny stuff on my shit. What is this? Hand sanitizer and band-aids. Goddamn, man. Put the Gatorade at the top, though. Put that Gatorade up at the top. Why are there computers on here? Laptops. We got some towels. I could use those. Capri Sun's way out. Unleash the power of the sun. A lint brush. Gorilla tape. Why is there... Dude, what? What is going on here? What is going on here? What? Oh, man, when did I do this? Did I do this when Hannah was here? Some of this shit is blowing my mind. Okay, look, guys, I want to make this Steam TV account, but I can't be bothered. Like I said, I'm also going to be changing things on Patreon, because some of you guys have been patrons for a long time. It's time for you to get some rewards, even if you guys don't deliberately ask me for them. So I guess I'm going to have to start establishing like mandatory rewards for those who become patrons. I want to thank the sponsors as well on YouTube, who I'm going to give the love that you guys deserve. Some of you are both, and that's kind of ridiculous. Hannah says yes. Hannah says yes, I did fuck around with him when she was there, or when she was here. Dante says Florida sucks. Sorry about your suffering. To be honest, I do love the rain. I just I've never been placed in a situation where it affected my work. And for days straight, it would be fucking storming. You ever hear thunder in a way where it's like, God damn, baby, is lightning constantly striking? Because the thunder just doesn't seem to stop. It's pretty wild. And the power just going in and out, in and out. I'm just sitting here on my phone, and I don't even have service in my room. So, you know, I gotta go to a specific part of the house where there is service. Nightmare. I do love you guys, and I hope that everything's making sense for you, and that you guys will hear from me soon. God, I just want to record more lists. I mean, more videos that are not list-like, because I think you guys saw that one of the videos I was talking about, that Philip guy from IGN. I guess the video was made at the right time, because everybody was Googling that motherfucker, and boy did my video turn up in search results when it never does. So that's interesting. Not that I want to do news or any kind of drama bullshit, but you know, it would be better to kind of be relevant as opposed to constantly just churning this out, even though it does have an audience, and it's not like I'm looking for views. I'm specifically just looking to be a distraction to those who may or may not need it. And hopefully it hits the right people. Steam TV. Why do we care? Should we care? Oh no, Stripe says it is 22,000. That ain't good. Why are there so many? Where the hell is the subscription thing? No, it's 21,998 subscribers. Suck it, Stripes. I don't have any songs prepared. I'd be in trouble if we ever hit 22,000. Ugh, 3 subs away. Look, I gotta go, guys. I love you. I'll see you guys later. That's pretty creepy. All right. Bye. Here's hoping I never get over like 50,000. You know? Not that I would. I like to think that people are unsubscribing at a healthy rate so that it keeps it balanced. Wow. Love you guys. Later.